This has been my New Year's resolution every year. Not just this year, but every year since high school 10 years ago. Every year, I've become more unhealthy and had no regular physical activity. Okay, actually, these are not my yearbooks. They're actually my older brother's yearbooks. I only got one yearbook. That was the year that I graduated in high school. Growing up, I considered myself as an athletic kid. From grade 6 to grade 9, I was part of the basketball team. This is me in grade 8 basketball, and I wasn't very tall, but for some reason, I loved playing in the post. I broke so many pairs of glasses, and eventually I had to wear goggles for grade 9. I was there in badminton for 1 year, and I pretty much just joined just for the fun of it, not really because I really wanted to play badminton. It was just sort of something just for fun. It's me right there waiting to receive the ball, and good old me right on the bench. Volleyball is probably my favorite sport, and grade 6 volleyball, I would say, was probably the best year of volleyball for me, because in that year, our school actually went and placed in 8th place throughout the whole province of British Columbia in co-ed volleyball. That's me right there. And these shoes are the basketball shoes that I got, which were size 11 Hyper Dunks CB4. Rocking the Vans there, all ripped up. I actually use this for longboarding and managed to find some longboarding pictures. This is me longboarding down the parking lot of my high school, and you can see I have mismatched shoes. Longboarding in Vancouver during that time was kind of rising, and a lot of people were longboarding. So there was a local shop in Vancouver Island doing a cross Canada tour, and they were going through different cities, and there's a little skate competition, like very informal, and whoever they thought was the best rider would get a prize. And actually this photo actually won a helmet for just skating at this event that they had. This is me longboarding one of our favorite spots. We called it Kamikaze. I don't know why we called it the Kamikaze Run. This was when I rolled my ankle. That was my cast for 2 weeks. I was very, very active and I loved it. It was so competitive. It was so fun, a lot of adrenaline. But the problem was all of those activities were just tied into high school, and none of them transpired after I graduated. After high school, all of that just went away because my friends had their own path. I had my own. I had to go to post-secondary school for engineering, and I was pretty much waking up at 7 a.m. You're on the bus at 8 a.m. You're sitting in a lecture hall from 8:30 to 5:30, and then you're studying an additional 4 hours after lectures, going over lecture material and everything, writing lab reports, doing assignments, and then you go home, you eat for a little bit, then you sleep, and you do the same thing again for 2.5 years. There was really no time for extracurricular activities, and even if there was, we just kind of spent time just relaxing and trying to get a breather because it was just so exhausting to be in engineering school. And then I started working full-time and then taking school part-time. I mean, I had a little bit more free time, but it was still super exhausting, and in times that you have days off or not doing much for school or for work, you just kind of spend time just relaxing and trying to enjoy what you have at that moment and just trying to relax. Don't get me wrong, I did try working out during that time, and here, let me show you my office, what's inside my office. I have these weights that I kind of use time to time to, work out, but I just really hated the gym because the gym is all about repetitive movements, to work out your muscle. But like for me, when am I gonna use this range of motion ever again practically? Every time I go to the gym, I'm already thinking of how soon I can finish my workout and get out. For some people, they love the gym, and all power to you, but it's just not clicking for me. Because for me, I think of three things: the benefit, the cost, and the fun. And let me explain what I mean. And for me to choose an activity, I have to satisfy all three. I need to have a benefit from that activity. It shouldn't cost that much, and I should be having fun, because if I'm not having fun, I'm eventually gonna give up. Back in high school, longboarding. What's the benefit? I can commute wherever I want, which is what we did. Cost, it was fairly cheap, because after you get your stuff, you're not really spending anything else. And then it was lots of fun for sure with your friends. Basketball and volleyball, pretty much the same thing. The benefit is you learn a sport. Cost, it was cheap because it was free, and it was fun because you were doing it with your friends. Briefly, I did boxing. Benefit is you learn to fight. The cost, pretty expensive. And fun, yes, it was fun. You got your stress out and everything. But the problem is, when I would put the gym here, the benefit is, I don't know. Yes, you get healthy, but like I said, when am I gonna use that range of motion again? Cost, it was fairly cheap. Fun, it was not fun at all for me. I'm failing at my goal every year, because every time I write this goal, I'm solely thinking of going to the gym. And just this week, I recognized the problem was I was taking big steps to change a lifestyle that I've had for 10 years without even considering smaller steps to achieve that goal. So I thought, what is a small step that I can do every day that can improve my health in the long run? We eat food every day, and actually it is easier to not eat something with high calories than it is to burn them. Let me show you.
Okay, so we're just doing an incline walk for 30 minutes with the incline set to 12 and the speed between 3.1 to 3.5. I could technically do a run on the treadmill if I wanted to, but I choose not to because of my knees. I mean, I don't have bad knees, but since I don't work out often, or I barely work out, it's just gonna cause some pain to my knees, and I just don't like that. It's not comfortable for me. Approximately burn around 400 calories in that 30-minute run or 30-minute incline walk, set at 12 incline and speed at 3.5 or 3.1 to 3.5. So let me just clean the machine.
Okay, I'm not saying that all you need to do is eat less junk food and eat the proper foods and you'll become healthy, you'll lose weight and everything. What I'm trying to say is being healthy is not just about losing weight and fitting into smaller clothes, having a better physique. It's also about those small victories that you have eating healthy. See, when I was writing down, I want to be healthy, in my mind, I was just thinking losing a lot of pounds on the scale, getting a better physique. But for someone who have had an inactive lifestyle for the past 10 years, it was just too broad and too big of a change for me in that small period of time. And for some people, this is doable, but for me, it's just not working out. And I think this is also a problem for not just myself, but a lot of people. So even though we're already into the new year, I'm changing my goal. Taking my first step in becoming healthy by making healthier food choices. The next year, I'll take the second step, then the third step, because being healthy is not something you learn and just move on like learning chess. It's a big lifestyle change that won't happen overnight, and in my case, taking smaller steps is better than taking a leap and failing each time.